So I talk probably with 50 to 100 service business owners every single month. And one of the most common questions that I get is, should I be investing into Google ads or should I be investing into Meta or Facebook ads? And I understand it's a very tough decision to make. Both platforms are very different and they have maybe the same purpose, but there's a very different way to get there. So in this video, I'm going to break down both platforms in terms of the main differences and pros and cons. So hopefully by the end of this video, it's going to be very easy for you to understand I should go this way or I should go that way. So in this video, we're going to go through the main 5 differences between both platforms. And at the end, I'm going to tell you my own recommendations just from personal experience and from performance that I've seen throughout the years into which platform will be better for your specific business. So difference number 1 is going to be the cost. And this is very important if you're a new business going into advertising. The cost that you pay on both platforms, specifically at the beginning, is going to be very different if you invest into Google ads and Meta ads. And the main reason why is because of their business model. So Google Ads is a pay-per-click platform, meaning you pay every time someone clicks on your ad. In Meta Ads, it's a CPM platform, which you pay per 1,000 impressions. CPM stands for cost per mil. So in Google Ads, you're gonna be paying per click. And to give you a very extreme example, if you own a roofing business in the United States, you'll be paying around $30 to $50 per click. Meaning that for every time someone clicks, you pay $30 to $50. It doesn't matter if they buy or if they do not buy. So it is very expensive to start on Google because you need to have a minimum daily budget of at least $30 to $50 just to get a click. So if you invest less than this, you cannot even advertise in the platform, if that makes sense. Unless you're a very different business, like a t-shirt business, or you sell a very low ticket service. Your CPCs might be lower, but this varies business by business. And in the Meta side, you pay per mil. So if you're a roofing business and you don't have a budget of around $200 to $300, for example, Meta ads might be a better option for you because since you're paying per impressions, each impression is going to be maybe a cent or two, so you don't pay that much per impression. And if you have the ability to convert clients from ads into customers, Meta ads might be a better route for you. Now, cost might not be the only thing that you need to think about. Now we're going to go into differentiator number 2, and that is lead quality. So as you might think, like if someone is searching, and let's use the roofing example that we just talked about. If someone's searching for a roofing company near me, they are very interested in getting a roofing service or a roofing repair or a roofing replacement or something from a roofing company. In Google. So if they're searching for that, the lead's gonna be much more qualified than compared to Facebook ads or Meta ads. The reason why is in Facebook ads or Meta ads, let's say a mom of a house is just on Instagram, right? She's looking at pictures of pets, she's looking at pictures of family, she's looking at pictures of their friends, and then they get a roofing ad. Like, hey, get $100 off your first roofing repair or something. And then they're like, I was not even looking for a new roof or a roofing repair, but like, I don't know, I might need this in the future, so I'm just gonna convert them and contact them. So the lead quality of Facebook or Meta is gonna be lower just because of how the platform works. So Google is a demand capture platform, meaning you're only capturing people that are searching for your service. I mean, if you do it correctly, this is how it works. You capture people looking for your service. So this is why we love Google Ads so much and why we spend millions of dollars every month with our clients on Google Ads, because you're capturing qualified traffic. And if you have a great funnel, you can attract demand and just convert it into clients on autopilot. I mean, you have to do a lot of management and work on it, but it's gonna be consistent the way that you get clients. Meanwhile, on Meta, you need to generate the demand. So you are interrupting the scroll, you're interrupting the pattern of your customers to convert them into clients, and the lead quality is going to be usually lower on Meta, but your cost per lead might be lower also on Meta. So you have to look at the whole scheme of things, but lead quality is usually higher Google ads and lower Meta ads. Now that brings us to differentiator number 3, and that is ROI and payback period. And I might be slightly biased on this one, but I think you can get your money back way faster on Google ads versus Meta ads, and this is why. So if you are, and let's keep this roofing example just because we're talking a lot about it, but this really applies to any service business. But if you are a roofing company in San Diego, California, right? And the people that look for roofing after your keyword research, you're going to find out there are usually people looking for roofing company near me, or roofing contractor, or service, or replacements. So if you target those keywords, most likely you're going to get a lead or two in the first week. So you don't need to do anything too crazy, because like that's just what people do. They look for a service, you convert them to a client, and that's it. Meanwhile, on Meta ads, you're gonna be preparing an ad and putting into this platform, and then Meta really needs to learn. You need to condition the pixel, as people say, pixel conditioning. So when you put the ad, it's for a roofing service, get the offer now, boom, and then you go to the landing page. The platform needs to learn. It needs to learn who your customer is after they convert, and then they look for more people, and then more people. Google Ads needs to do the same thing, but it's slightly faster to do. So your payback period is usually going to be shorter on Google Ads than on Meta Ads, in my experience. So that kind of ties into the difficulty. So Google Ads and Meta Ads are very different platforms. So this is going to vary depending on who you are. For me, Google Ads is much simpler because Google Ads is a data-driven platform. So it is more about numbers and more about assets that just produce the best results. So if you see keyword number 1 performs better at keyword number 2, and keyword number 3 doesn't really perform, you can eliminate keyword number 3 and add more keywords like keyword number 1 and keyword number 2. And then this applies into probably 100 different things in Google Ads, but that's really how it works. It is numbers based, it is predictable, and it is consistent because we're capturing demand. On the other hand, Meta is more subjective. It's more hooks. It's more what makes people tick. So you need to create ads and understand what's working based on the feeling that you show, like based on the offer that you have. So it is more subjective. There's a lot more things that you can change, and because you might hear like you have a winning ad. So you have like 100 ads and then one is the one that popped off. That might be not luck, but like that might be just something that you did in that ad, or a hook that you had, or something. Like it's a lot of different things that you can do. So what I say is, if you are more of a creative person and you understand more of that side, you can do really good things with Meta ads. But if you're a more of a data-driven person like me, like I majored in industrial engineering, so you might think like you already know I do numbers, so I'm more of a Google Ads person. So the difficulties depending on what platform you choose. If you throw me in Meta, it's going to be harder for me than a creative person. And if you throw a creative person in Google, it's going to be harder for them than for me. And that also brings me to my last category, which is scaling potential. So when you scale Google Ads, to me, is simpler than Meta Ads. The reason why is, if you are in a dense city, there's a lot of demand to capture, specifically for any service that you sell. If you are in a city like Orlando, New York, San Diego, like anything in Texas, your market share is going to be extremely high. So you can scale pretty easily with a simple structure. You have to really make it a little complex as you grow, but it's not that crazy. You can do everything inside a screen. So scaling is easier in Google Ads. When it comes to Meta, and you scale, and you're gonna hear this everywhere, you're gonna have to produce more creatives. You're gonna have to test more things. You're gonna need to create a team. Like your team's gonna expand. Volume of everything's gonna expand. In Google, it's not just turning the knob and making it work, but in Meta, it's really expanding the team and expanding everything and just doing way more volume when you scale from $100 to $500 to $1,000 a day. So to me, scaling is easier in Google Ads, but some people might defer and say Meta, but to me, it's just Google Ads. So I just want to give you now my personal opinion on what I would do if I were you. So if I'm just starting a business and my budget is extremely low, I would probably go towards Meta Ads. But just because I know what I'm doing, I would do a keyword research on the keywords that I would use for my business. And if I cannot afford at least 10 clicks a day, I am not using Google Ads yet. I'm going towards Meta Ads, because like if you don't have at least 10 clicks a day, you don't know what you're doing, and it's gonna take too long for you to get results. Like we get all of our clients results within the first week or two. So you're gonna get results in the first month or two if you don't put enough budget into it. So it's too slow, I wouldn't do it. So if you have more budget, go into Google. If you have a lower budget, go into Meta. But there's this gray space in between. So like we have a client that they spend $2,000 to $3,000 a month on Google Ads, and they're getting a 7x return on it. That is a very small budget and a very high return ad spend. So it depends. So it depends on your market, it depends on your service. But if you want to get just a rule of thumb, that's what I would do. And if you're still not clear on what avenue to go for, feel free to schedule a consultation call with us, and I'm more than happy to help you, guide you in either way. So thank you for watching, and see you soon.